Okay. As we open the snowy streets, snowy. uh, What time? It's November. It's snowy. Uh, Snowy streets of Moscow. As as well, two of you have been invited for a special mission arranged by a man that you are not acquainted with, but may have heard in the past about Mr. Benedict Petrov. And just like you, he is part of the KGB, although exactly what he handles and what are his work areas are a bit um, less defined. He has organized a meeting. He needed both of your presence for rather high priority top secret mission as you're making your way to the motel. Faith, you arrived here a bit early as Alaric is with you in the Moscow's Belmont. So you're both sitting at the table, enjoying a drink. Say. So, here's the mission details for this one. I see like slides you dossier.
Yeah, she reads it over, gets all the
Yeah,
details.
it's basically see there's different reports about some problems that have been going on in the city of Norlisk, which is a small mining town in northern Siberia. As the reports say, a lot of the miners that have sort of been working in this newly established nickel mine have reported falling ill quite severely, and it seems to be spreading. Alaric will say, I believe we have a rift on our hands there.
Mhm.
They,
Why?
well, here's a picture of how some of those miners ended up. Well, one of them until now, but they're afraid it's gonna spread as you sort of flip a couple of pages and then you see a couple of photos attached. As you see, it looks like the individual is dead, but they look sort of encased in this almost looks like a white layer covering their entire body. It looks like a statue almost.
Gotcha. Well, that's odd for sure.
That's an actual person, the encased in a very thin layer, some stone-like substance. They're not really sure what it is. That one victim is fine, but if an entire town gets this, it's gonna be a problem.
Hmm. Anything about symptoms? Anything that indicates exactly what it looks like or the beginning stages?
I think it starts out as a simple cold, manifests like that, some fever, coughing, and well, apparently then you turn into stone.
Hmm. And the victims themselves just see it as a common cold? That's it? No other outward feelings from them or
Yeah,
testimonies?
yeah, they haven't been told anything, and the death has been kept quiet. Although for how long, I don't know. It's gonna be a long trek. but I'll be honest. There is sorry, what did you ask?
I didn't ask the question.
Hmm.
He was telling
Oh,
me
yeah.
something about
Yeah, he says I promised you, well, a bit more transparency in this partnership. So I'm gonna, well, you're not gonna going there and containing the sickness is, well, on the outside the reason you and the other agents will be there, but your mission is slightly different. Your priority is to get infected.
That's a interesting tactic. Thought we were already bonding, Ulrich. I didn't realize you were trying to get rid of me that quickly.
Kind of like chuckles a bit. Well, listen, there, these rifts, they are starting to change, and, well, let's just say certain rifts are a bit more special than others. 2 months ago, you remember the woman Roy fucked with?
A bit. I didn't meet her or see her, but he described her a bit on the plane.
Well, she has obtained something quite interesting from one of the rifts. Small animal infected with this vine-like organism that seemingly is giving it rather unnatural properties. And we are gonna
Okay.
replicate that, but well, with you.
So I'm a bit of a psych experiment.
Not quite. I already know the outcome if you do everything correct. You should come out of this experience stronger, more resilient, and, well, I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to stop aging, but at the very least it will severely slow down.
That's a lot of data you have then. I would love to see your sources.
Fortunately, there is no data. Sources are futuristic ones.
Now you've just piqued my interest.
Well, long story short, I have some special abilities myself. I can
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
say I can see the future, sort of. It's a bit more complicated, but it does give me a bit more insight into what things can happen.
Grant, I would like to roll to see if he's straight up lying to me or
Yeah.
if this is something he's trying to speak truthfully. I believe that's detect, right? Yeah.
Okay. Very, at least he believes it.
Huh. See the future.
Yeah, no, I know how it sounds. I'm much sure this is the reason why I don't usually go around telling people. You shouldn't either.
Well, I wouldn't just scream out data like that without proper look-see at the very least. If I do this, and if I survive, may I ask further questions about this precognitive ability you have then?
He nods.
Very well.
Most people who gotten sick were in the vicinity, in the area that the rift affected. You need to go to the source. And just like that rat the lady obtained, you need to tap into that source. I believe it might be painful, it might be a horrifying experience, so I'm not exactly sure how the transformation will happen. But it's not gonna. I know about the effect. I don't know the well unknowns.
So a highly dangerous mission where I have to essentially put my life on the line to a possibility of a very painful and possibly reckless thing for science, I presume.
You can say no.
Why would I say no?
Um, most people will not want to risk so much.
Most people don't have the scientific know-how to understand that sometimes to bravely go where no one goes means it's gonna hurt like a bitch.
Don't smile and nod and say, "So I don't like you." No way
Do we have an
to.
idea?
There's no way to
Oh, go
get
ahead.
ahead in this game without a lot of suffering and a lot of great risk.
She nods. Do we have an idea what this source is, or just basically guesswork until I can find it?
Well, my estimations would place it deep within the mine itself.
I see. Very well. It'll be a bit tough. I assume I won't be going alone, but I'll try to make it work.
Well, we have a few KGB agents that will assist you. Be careful. I hear mixed things about them.
I understand. Very well. Hopefully I'll be coming back and I'll give you a tale.
I'll smile and says, "Listen, you're not going alone in this. I'll be, let's say, in the shadows, ready there to help you if you need it. But I would rather keep my presence unknown to these people."
Understandable. Very well.
Good luck out there, and I'll buy you a drink after all this is done.
Looking forward to it then.
As he'll smile and nod as up and takes his leave, and you'll head over to the room that has been prepared here for the meeting with the KGB. As Mr. Petrov is already there by the time you walk in, he's gonna give you a nod and introduce himself. Heard quite a lot about you, Miss Briggs.
Hopefully all good things.
There are not that many dedicated researchers for these kinds of things within our organization.
A sad fate, but I won't say I'm not excited to learn more.
The KGB and many other organizations are, well, much wiser than they would like to appear, but apparently sometimes even they can't handle everything on their own. Not sure if you've read the mission files yet, before the others arrive.
A bit, it seems, accident in the mining town, a sickness no one knows what the source is, and symptoms are mostly vague, and the outcome is death.
Well, before the other two agents arrive, let me know if you have any questions that are particular to our nature.
How will we be able to move without too much interference from the locals?
Yeah. Well, when you are working for the KGB, I assure you there will be interference from the locals. Norles is an already isolated, closed town, as is. They know better than get in your way.
I see that. And of course, just are the people quarantined at all, or are they just moving about their regular business?
Quarantine has been established. The mine has been cut off, and all the workers that went there are currently in isolation.
Very well. I don't think I have any more questions as of right now.
I'll nod and gonna wait there. As who wants to be the first that arrives out of you?
I'd probably be exactly on time, so unless Mac wants to arrive
You know
early.
what, Isabella, with your reputation, you're gonna 5 minutes late.
Guess it's me then.
As yeah, you'll see like this older man. He walks in, rather having a very tired look, although it is just noon. As Benedict sort of gets up and takes your hand. Mr. Forlov, welcome.
Mr. Benedict, I presume?
Yes. Please have a seat. This is Miss Briggs. She's gonna be your medical expert, let's call her for now.
She nods and shakes his hand if he allows.
He'll shake your hand too, just says, Misha Forlov. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Same. Look forward to working with you.
Yeah. Medical expert of sorts. Yeah, sure. All right.
Like, she has a smile on her face. Don't worry about it.
As a few minutes later, you see Isabella walk in. Very nonchalant, as Petrov does kind of glance at you for a bit, but doesn't like say anything. Is Bauer fashionably late?
You know, your boys are always very zealous when it comes to checking the luggage.
Well, I hope your trip here hasn't been too inconvenient.
No, don't worry, it's been quite alright.
Well, now that we are all here, these are some details recovered from the site. He gives the two of you last year. They are dealing with a potential outbreak of an unknown disease. We believe it might be related to one of the newly opened nickel mines. The town is extremely isolated. So the chances of dealing with a full-blown pandemic are almost none. But it would be a shame to have operations there die out because. So, we've invited an expert. Ms. Briggs here has dealt with such unusual diseases She is an accomplished researcher in her own field. She will be accompanying you to try and figure out cause and maybe how to treat this. Or if not, how long to establish the quarantine and hope it passes away. Just code name for letting everyone die and then like proceeding on.
Yeah.
I picked that up the moment he said it'd be a shame to lose the nickel mine.
Yes.
Will we be giving any equipment, or she mostly asking, will she be giving any equipment to help with this as well?
Are you asking this?
Yeah, she's asking if we yeah.
Need anything specific?
Well, if I prefer, we have a chance to take a look at some of the infected, try to get an idea if I can see anything with.
Yes, you
With
will.
them.
Anti-rules. Yeah, he'll say. Well, medical camp has been established. It's nothing too impressive, but to provide the minimum amount.
Gotcha. She nods.
Unfortunately, medical experts there are severely underqualified for such an endeavor.
I understand. I'll work with what I have then. Thank you.
Any questions from any of you?
Let me think of one real quick.
Do we have a point of contact during this mission? Or will it just be, I assume your men will be there?
We have a few agents on the ground, but you'll be relying mostly on these two for any assistance with local matters. Both of you, as he kind of glances towards the two of you, says you have full authority to do whatever needs to be done to deal with this problem.
What's the proportion of infected to non-infected? What's the population in total?
Right now, we have single death, and last reports came in had about 20 potential victims.
And how many people did you say were in
Give me
the
a second.
mining camp? Oh, okay. Grun looking up actual fucking population data real quick.
It's smaller back then. He'll say around just over 100,000. Now, I don't think I have to express this, but this is a highly sensitive top secret mission. As if you'll flip to page 10, you will understand why. As presumably you do so, and you see there's pictures of what looks like a statue, but it's like in a morgue, sort of on a table, laid out. Like it looks like it's made out of marble. But
Does the surface look bumpy at all, or does it look like?
No, it looks
You
quite
call it-
quite smooth. But the sort of the info next to the pictures say victim and have like a name to it and some personal details. That is, in fact, one of the miners.
Oh, the Medusa running around down there?
I don't know, but it grew over his skin as it's not just on the outside, but the inside as well. You can imagine why this is, well, a painful way to die. You can also imagine that this is no normal disease.
And now I understand why I'm here. Wasn't exactly a virologist.
Hence why we need Miss Briggs' particular brand of field expertise. She's dealt with such strange phenomena before. Now, I'll say this. You've been in the KGB for a long time. How long has Isabel been?
Grunt is cutting out.
Oh, no. Fine.
Yeah, what?
Oh yeah, a couple
Not minutes, couple
words.
seconds.
Sorry, I didn't mean to miss. Yeah, a couple,
Let's
couple
see if
sentences.
this is better.
Oh, we haven't heard the last 10 minutes of what you said, Grunt.
Holy shit.
No, not that, not that.
It's been silent for
No,
so
I'm
long.
kidding. Kidding. You're fine.
But everyone's snoozing. No, I was asking how long has Isabella been in the KGB?
10 years.
Yeah. That's I assume like her 30s.
Yeah, 30s, yeah.
30.
Joined the
Yeah,
army.
you know, that makes sense.
Joined the army at 18, 4 years in the army, and then 10 years of service.
So yeah, both of you have been in the KGB long enough to have at least heard of rumors. Especially you, Misha. For you, Isabella, it's like gossip. I'm not sure if you would even gossip. It's probably maybe not even paying attention to it. But Misha, you've definitely heard it. Rumors about certain weird sightings and events that sort of have been kept quite secret, even from like most of the Soviet government, with like exception of the high clearance top brass people, of phenomena like this, things that just don't make sense. So basically, the KGB and like other secret services are very paranoid about these. They're trying to like keep them from spreading, trying to keep the average person from not panicking.
I'd say like after looking at the paper for like a couple seconds and then like reading like the name on there, like Misha would just kind of like massage his temple for like a couple seconds, but not say anything. In his head, it's just like, God damn it! I really hope they wouldn't put me on one of these fucking missions.
I only have like 1 year until retirement.
Oh, no.
I want to go to the Bahamas. Why can't they ever send me on a mission to the Bahamas?
The Bahamas, you mean Georgia? you mean Sochi? Don't go to the Bahamas. What are you, a certificate capitalist? Comrade Frollo, are you a traitor?
That's true. You know, we could have put you in the old category for Misha and give you like an extra feet.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you could have become that.
How old do you have to be for the old category?
Yeah, you've definitely fit. If you're 50.
I was thinking probably like when I was thinking about the character, I was thinking like early 40s at the latest, so probably not.
Okay.
He's 70, right?
Spiritually, he's just going through it.
But yeah. As Yes, you again. You can. There's more details in the files. I'll say you'll have plenty of time to read that on the plane right there. Now, for you two, Faith, you probably don't pick up on this, but you two, a plane ride towards that town in this weather, that's gonna be.
A bumpy ride.
Yeah, they don't do these normally because it's very dangerous.
Because
And
military aircraft.
yeah, there's also the fucking landing pads tend to be frozen. Oof. Like you can tell how desperate this is by the fact that they are sending a plane in fucking November.
Do we have life insurance in Russia?
No, no, you did not.
Yes.
Your family will receive a.
On the books, I don't have a family.
Your next of kin, which is nobody.
Unfortunately, the state will applaud your sacrifice.
Yeah.
We'll commemorate you in a book somewhere.
They'll put you a book where they have to mark you out with black ink. It's fine. I would like to talk to Mr. Petrov alone, and if when that's possible, before we leave.
Yeah. If the others who don't have any questions, I'll say.
Many questions was Miss Briggs, but that's for later.
Mm.
Then I shall take my leave. Your plane leaves in a few hours. Get up and walk out, and yeah, Faith, you can follow after him, catch him a moment alone.
I apologize, but I just want to make sure I understand. Those two don't know anything, do they?
They know much less than you, that is for sure.
I assume that you're fine with the fact that there's a big chance that they may find out more than what your country wants to know.
Stone has realized that secrecy of the rifts, it was only possible for so long. You see, we've had 15 rifts in 20 odd years, and now in a single year we've had 3, 4, maybe even more. And I believe that our other eggheads, like smiles a bit, predict that the number will only go up.
Very well. My question pertains to how much am I allowed to tell them, and why didn't you tell them at all for the mission?
Everything that's in the files is fine. Maintain the secrecy about our world. You've been for a few months, so you know how to manage that at the very least.
Of course. I mainly mean in the sense of the rifts.
You're free to disclose information. They are loyal members of the KGB. They know what happens to those who speak too carelessly.
Very well then. Hopefully I will see you when we get back, Mr. Petrov.
Good luck.
She nods.
He'll take his leave.
Well, time to get a drink, guys.
Yeah, you can all sit down at the table if you want to chat some more.
Yeah, Mastalo will look at it, Miss Briggs, and be like, no, never worked with an American before.
I must be special then. I never worked with a KGB agent before, so we're all learning new things.
There's not much interagency cooperation used between Washington and Moscow, unfortunately.
No, well, tensions are high. I don't think anyone's going to be the first one to be nice about it. So, We're going to be going to a dangerous mission together. Any questions? Any things I can answer or reassure you about? I assume there's a lot of questions.
Well, I've never seen a person turn to stone before, so I'll leave the sciencey stuff up to you.
Wait,
I'm
what
not
did you
sure
say,
why they.
Steve?
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Well, I've never seen a person turn to stone before, so I'll leave the scientific expertise up to you. But my question is why they sent two KGB agents instead of a scientific expedition.
I presume they think things are going to get hot, possibly. I'm not too sure of your expertise, so. Seems muscle is what you're good at, but I assume there's more to it. As she kind of looks between them both.
Misha probably already has like, just whiskey in a glass with like some ice. As since we've both been in the agency for over a decade, how likely do you think it is that we work together on any missions?
Depends on which part of the world you would have like worked on it.
I feel like they would have shipped Misha off to fucking anywhere and everywhere and just be like, oh yeah, no, this fuck ass place, go there, bitch.
Yeah, I'm looking at your stats, but you do you do have the meathead battalion look.
Yeah, if you want, you can say you like work together, or at least maybe know of each other.
Yeah, she's more. She was saying mostly. I mostly work domestic. Sometimes you get to visit some of our friends in Eastern Europe. Counterintelligence and research division.
So a bit more than just muscle, then.
She'll nod.
And what about you? Looking at
Just send me
Misha.
wherever they want.
Used to muscle this operation.
Besides medical expert, what else are you going to be doing on this mission?
Hopefully to find a way to stop this from becoming the worst outcome possible, mainly. Making notes, keeping an eye on things, and hopefully trying to understand what exactly we're dealing with.
Can I incite her? Everybody lies, Grunt. What's she lying about?
Like, what are you inciting her on her exactly?
Like, oh yeah, no, I'm just here to see if there's any way to stop the spread. Does she have any ulterior motives or secret missions that, for being here? Shit, what I rolled. Okay. Listen, I'm not great at this, don't worry.
Do I roll anything? I think it's just him,
I
right?
don't think you will need to roll.
It's just him.
Yeah, I think so. Gotcha.
Critical?
Yeah.
Nah, not worth the reroll.
Listen, like listen, these people never tell you everything. They tell you what you
Yeah.
need to know, and you are old enough and experienced enough to know that listen, asking too many questions is not
You'll get me killed.
It's not necessarily the most healthy thing you can do.
Alright then.
But
Yeah.
like at the very least you can definitely glean the fact that they didn't send one of their own to handle this. They got someone from overseas. Like either this has to be something quite exotic for them to bring a foreigner in.
Absolutely.
Well, don't have such a dour look, Mr. Misha. It'll work out well, hopefully.
Oh, this is just how I look.
Very well, then.
I know grumpy old soldiers, they always have that look.
I'm gonna
He
fit
said-
soldiers.
Misha said he had a career error. You belonged to the Spetsnaz, but somehow he ended up. Well, I know why. I know why we need someone who can shoot good and fight.
I'm always thankful to have someone of such unique skills on my side, at the very least. Never know what you're gonna. Well, you never know what you're gonna get on these type of missions.
Well, hopefully I won't actually have to deal with Medusa.
I'll hopefully give you a bit more understanding when we get on the plane. And you never know. Maybe we'll meet the lady killer down there ourselves.
Pretty sure Medusa was known for killing men.
Man, she pats you on the shoulder.
Hmm.
How are
I'm, not,
you?
I'm not too sure the snakes can tell the difference or care, really.
The whole thing was that she was a woman who was turned ugly, right?
Depends on
And
who's telling
most
the
of the
story.
people who ran into her were heroes or something, right? Not a whole lot of female heroes back then in the Greek stories.
Sometimes the story goes that she was already born like that. Gorgon, you know?
I haven't heard that one. I should probably speak up, shouldn't I?
A bit.
Yes.
Yeah. I figured it out. Don't worry, I caught on. I haven't heard that one. Let's just hope she's as vulnerable to bullets as she is to getting her head cut off.
Something to keep in mind.
Well then, come on. Let's not keep the poor Air Force pilot waiting, and let's not tempt the winds too much. Alright, have you ever flown like I think you guys have the Cessna, right, Miss Briggs?
I mean, flown a plane and such? I've been in a few.
Well,
Never
but
flown.
have you been? Yeah, have you ever, I don't know, flown for I don't know, the Alaska or something like the mountains?
I have a feeling that the way I've flown is a hell of a lot different than the way you're flown.
Ah. Well, time to. I hope you will enjoy the roller coaster, right?
Oh. I think I can survive it. Let's just hope the plane can.
Ah. I have faith in the abilities of our pilot.
I'll take your word for it. Smash cut to me just clinging on to dear life, hopefully and praying to whatever
Yeah,
scientific God
it's-
exists.
I was looking to see if I can find
The plane model.
yeah, like a
They'll probably use a heavy duty helicopter. Honestly, I think.
for like 2,000 kilometers.
They would probably, if I was the military logistician front, I would fly with the plane to a military base nearby, and then fly upwards with the helicopter.
Yes.
If I was a military logistician, there's also like certain plane models. Yeah, I would generally fly to like a local airbase under better weather, like Novosibirsk or something, and then go from there with like a smaller plane or a helicopter, or maybe even truck. If I were to plan this
Yeah.
operation.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a. Because normally they would use the river, but that's fucking. So yeah, no, it will definitely be a horrible experience. Bumpy ride is understatement of the year, but few days later, the funny part is like, well, you crash land, and now it's a survival game. Love
See,
it.
the really funny thing, Grunt, is to just say, "Oh, you crashed and you all died. Session's over."
But yeah, after almost 3 days of switching aircrafts and going from one base to another, and then sort of hearing them complain very angry to one another about most likely what seems weather conditions and other, will eventually. It's well, it's nothing too impressive. I guess it's impressive that they managed to fucking build a city up here, but the city itself, faith, is, well, looks like a mining town, very industrial in its aspect. covered knee deep in snow. Temperatures. You've never been to a place that's this cold in life. Even for you two, may have maybe have been deployed in similar places before. This is one of the coldest places I think you've ever been. As you are landed near the city as you're being escorted out of the military base. Faith, you're not really sure how the fuck Alaric is gonna like be here. But the man's weird, who knows?
Yeah, listen, that dog and him, I'm sure they'll be fine. He walked here, yes.
But yeah, as you will be escorted to sort of small motel to have breakfast before taking you to the camp where they've quarantined the miners. The people don't seem that alarmed, so you can assume that there has been no new deaths, even though it's been several days since the last one. At least that's good, right?
Yeah, definitely, of course.
I'm not sure if you would have any questions for the people driving you through town.
Yeah, she mostly asked when did this whole thing start, how long has it been, trying to get a rundown of the situation at right now.
Well, the outbreak, I believe, ma'am, we rain. We've detected it about a week ago. I'm not exactly sure when it started, but about a week ago, we managed to put two and two together and realize that a lot of the miners that worked in the same mine suspiciously gotten severely ill, and we quarantined them once the first death occurred, and then reported this to the security officers.
Did
Have
you
the
find
miners-
anything
oh, sorry.
different about that mine
Sorry, can you
before
repeat that?
you closed? Did you find anything different about that mine before you closed it off?
Shakes his head, says, I'm not aware of any incidents.
Is there a local doctor or anything like that that was keeping an eye on things before it
Yes,
got out of control?
we have two of our best medical residents here in charge of the quarantine. There's a few more aides that have been mobilized to provide you the full range of what the city can offer.
I think she's asking as well, like, was there a doctor before we were aware who was keeping an eye on things or was have any notes about the situation before we got in here, basically?
Yes, those would be the people he mentioned. They
Oh,
probably
okay,
got like they have some medical staff, but these are like city doctors. They're not
Yeah,
they're not
so,
like
okay.
highly trained experts.
Yeah, but these are the doctors who were here before we
Yes.
got in, basically. Gotcha. Okay.
They're still they would also be the people who they would have like trusted to at least provide first aid and start to like run some basic analysis and also like coordinate with the people establishing the quarantine.
And
sorry, go on.
she wants to know since it's been a week before anyone noticed, they were both there. Were they around other people? Anyone else, like family members or such, who also have shown any symptoms at all, or is it
We
just the
have-
miners right now?
We have quarantined the miners, their families, and anyone that was reported to have been and to have interacted with them.
Hmm.
In total, have quarantined several blocks as we moved the residents around. 200 people, just to be sure.
Matt, did you have something that you wanted to ask?
Oh no, I assume that it's a question for the doctor, probably. About symptoms progression. I don't think Mr. Soldier Man knows
no.
here.
Mr. Soldier Man doesn't. He will say though to you, Michelle, say, "Oh, this is kind of weird. The mine opened 2 months ago, and there have been no problems until now."
That is weird.
As the car you'll see you sort of pass through a checkpoint, like soldiers that clearly have established the perimeter. Drive through and eventually you reach this building as you're gonna like escorted inside, where you're given certain, I want to say protective gear, but some basic. These people,
Face mask,
yeah,
face mask,
yeah,
and
like these
whatnot.
people aren't like, they're not hazmat suits and like whatever. It's like, hey, here you go. Here's the face mask.
It's like the fucking Chernobyl purifier gear, essentially. Face.
There you go. And you go, buddy. There's some gloves. Wash your hands after.
Now, do we know that this is probably not sufficient? I don't know how good medical knowledge was 50 years ago.
Listen, problem is not that this is clearly not like the highest level of scrutiny one can apply to highly infectious diseases, but then again, they don't know how this thing spreads, so they're like, well, whatever.
Just wash your hands, it's fine.
But yeah, no, this is but listen, at this point, Misha, the Soviet Union has high aspirations. Unfortunately for them, they can never truly deliver. Like, listen, some people die, fucking you. Listen, it's for the noble cause.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying. They probably don't have that much gear here and to begin with, because this is such an isolated region. They probably had to ship in a lot of this stuff anyways.
Would our I guess not a liaison, but the guy who gave us the mission have provided us with any like thing better to take with us?
No.
Damn.
That's what I was asking earlier.
No.
Listen, you know, the moment he said, "Yeah, you're gonna take a plane in this weather," Misha wrote down, "It's like, it's an expendable mission." Got it.
So there was like 30% chance you didn't actually even make it to the city.
Yeah. Front roll the dice behind the scenes.
Listen, Misha, you know, in this job, sometimes you have to just rely on good old-fashioned luck.
Misha is not a lucky man. Damn. He's cooked.
But yeah, as you'll walk in, one of the clearly like head doctors, you can see like a sort of older gentleman will greet you. It's like, you must be the research team they sent in.
Yes, Faith Briggs. Lovely to meet you. Oh, I'm sorry.
What's your name, NPC? Who
Yeah.
Grunt clearly hasn't named.
I didn't.
This is Comrade Ivan. He's accompanied by Comrade Ivan II. Over there's
yes.
Comrade Ivan I.
This is Ivan. This is Yvonne. This is Eben.
You scoff, you know.
This is Ivona.
Say, my
Pretty lot of
name.
eyes here.
He'll say, my name is Dr. Tarasov. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Of course. These are my associates. She kind of indicates to Misha and Isabella.
I was expecting a bigger team, but I suppose in this weather it's hard to get too many hands here to assist.
At the very least, they rushed me here as quickly as they could. I assume he doesn't seem happy about this whole situation.
Listen. The problem is there's a part of him that expected this, but he was like hoping.
Listen, at least he got someone right.
Yeah, that's exactly his thought. He's like, listen, this could be worse. But yeah, because just for your reference, I mean, actually convert this fucking Fahrenheit. So right now, there's about -4 degrees outside,
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
and that's like it's because it's noon and it's pretty warm for you.
Gotta help you when the winds pick up.
Yes, like the temperatures can drop even lower. So yeah, no, this place is in fact actually just a frozen landscape, frozen fucking hell. You're surprised that fucking viruses can survive in this.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe the virus is transmitted via cold. Who the fuck knows?
I mean, listen, there's a real life fear that like there are like ancient diseases inside northern Siberia that are frozen but are unearthed by human industrial exploration.
They
That's
did
good.
find ancient bacterium on Egyptian tombs, I think.
Yeah, that's like Bao's current like fucking non-scientific fucking guess in their head. Basically, they fucking found some Asian fucking mummy in the fucking the miners.
God, stop exploring people.
I can't wait for one of the risks to just spawn the Thing, and then we get to play John Carpenter's The Thing. That would be sick.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
So I've already did that in Brazil.
Yeah, he's gonna like lead you deeper into the facility. Let's say this is somewhere we've housed some of the more ill patients. There's another impromptu hospital nearby. Houses more people, but we've done our best to try and accommodate them.
Are we passing by any of the ill people as we talk
Well,
now? 'Cause she
yeah,
wants to
there's
keep
like rooms to the side, and you can like see through the like small windows and the doors. There's like beds and people in them.
Gotcha. She'd ask, like, what are their symptoms? She like, assumes the same as what she's been told before, but she wants to ask the doctor directly, like, hey, what are their symptoms firsthand? What are they experiencing? Is it just like they feel like it's a common cold or anything odd outside of that they are reporting?
In a second.
Listen, only in Marvel Rivals, Grunt. Actually, in Marvel Rivals, my favorite is actually Mr. Fantastic. But she's a close second.
Yeah, he'll say it's the symptoms are very well. I initially thought they were just ill from the cold, but well, you want to see the dead body now, or
Yes. Start from the worst of it and move down from there.
he's gonna bring you into the morgue area. As you recognize the body from the pictures, but it has been clearly sort of dissected as well, as much as you can dissect the body with a stone and fucking chisel, the hammer and chisel. As he'll gesture. They heard screams from one of the rooms, as he was alone at the time, so we don't have any eyewitness to what happened to him, but they found him like this. As you can see, like, even the insides where he sort of opened the body are like covered in this it's a very thin layer, but it's definitely there on the organs, on the bones, covering as much as possible.
So like no fleshy bits at all, basically, right now.
Well, there are fleshy bits underneath, but this
Ah.
thing seems to have grown over them.
Okay, okay, gotcha.
It's like a stony membrane. Like, it's very easy to break, but like if this thing grows on the inside as well, your organs will just fucking like give in and you'll die painfully.
I gotcha.
Like your lungs won't be able to expand, your heart won't be able to pump. Like it'll fuck you up. They'll say, I believe he died of organ failure before anything. When they brought him in, the outer layer wasn't as uniform. It continues to grow even now, as you'll take like the chisel and sort of break off another piece off of the skin, and they'll say it takes about half an hour to an hour for it to fully form. We've sent these samples to a geologist, and best guess, marble? Some sort of sediment.
And it just sticks to the body, doesn't spread to anything else other than the part that you chisels off and everything, man.
He nods.
Have you had a chance to test any of the fleshy bits at all? See if there's any high concentration of anything odd?
What to the fleshy bit?
She was asking, like, hey, is there any high concentration? Because you know how glove wellers could do to high concentrations of salt and things like that. So she's like, hey, is there something wrong with the flesh itself? Have you tested that?
Doesn't appear to be everything, well... You are free to run your own tests if you wish.
I think I will, at the very least.
We've gathered samples from everyone. We have blood samples, we have... I'm gonna say shit samples as well. We've gathered as much as we possibly could.
And the victim, the man, anything about him? What were his stages of illness before this? Well, before the stone situation.
Well, just like everyone, although he was amongst the first that arrived. Well, everything was progressing normally as we've able to observe some of the other people. It starts out as a cough, maybe a minor fever, and then it escalates over the course of a day or two. And, well, seemingly, for now, we've stopped there. None of the other miners have shown such symptoms. We're trying to keep a close observation on them. But for now, none have reported difficulty in breathing or felt any other weird symptoms. I imagine if this thing first grows on the inside, it would affect bodily functions. And we haven't been able to detect anything neither in their bladder or in their blood.
The only point of contact is that they're all minors. I presume they worked in the same area, so have they
No,
mentioned anything odd about that? Anything that would have been an unordinary day for them, presumably?
Gonna sort of kind of like take a moment, clearly unsure, and will say, well, I initially chalked this up to people saying things, and well, if they were, I never took it seriously, but some of them have, well, at those with extremely high fever, have gotten into a bit of a delirious rant every now and then. They mentioned something. They mentioned the cold, but it's a very, the way they talk about it, it is weird.
In what way?
Well, just yesterday, one of our patients the guard was startled when he started to scream about the cold getting to him. I suppose that is weird, although, well, you can see how cold it is outside, so I just chalked it up to nightmares or some sort of delirious fever.
Very well. I presume was the man still in the fever after a few hours, or was he still talking about the cold?
After we sedate him, he managed to go back to sleep, and when he awoke, he was fine.
And no memory of the screaming of the cold, I presume?
No. We've had 2 other reports of similar sort of rambles, although much less violent.
Very well then. If it's all right, would it be possible for us to, of course, interview all the patients, or at least start with the minors first?
Well, not.
Oh, a lot of work to get to. She's gonna turn to Misha and Isabella. If it's at all possible, can I send you out to do those investigations about talking with the minors here? I don't think she speaks the language. We can roll for it, but I don't think she speaks Russian here.
What's your speech?
I have 3 in speech, so
3 total?
yeah, 3 total.
Listen, you can give me a roll.
Let's see.
1 crit. Listen, no. Like
Not the best.
you maybe a couple of expressions now and then, but no, you're not able to understand them.
Sure. So if I send you 2 out to interview and talk with the minors, talk with them, and go on to their family members to see if they notice anything odd or strange, or if they have anything that they might want to report to.
No problemo. You will deal with the sciencey stuff.
Yes, I will deal with the sciencey stuff, and then hopefully have a better idea what we're dealing with, or something that will give us some a light in the dark here.
So you will have about 200 people to interview, starting from those that can actually talk, because a lot of them are just bedridden. They're in no shape to be interviewed, but there are still those who can give out certain details. Anything in particular you'd be interested in?
Namely, she wants to know see if there's anything like odd that the family notice, of course, outside of their symptoms, to see if they have any. And of course, if there's something that they just didn't report, that they just didn't think was a big deal until now, because if there's something like, hey, they talked about cold, but we didn't really think it was a problem, it might be a situation we want to take a closer look at.
Yeah. The two of them will head out. Take a bit. In the meantime, what do you want to do?
Presumably, I will do the sciencey things, mostly testing all the samples, mainly the things from starting with the organs, if I can, with the layer of stone and such like that, and going from there, just to try to figure out what the hell it is or anything going with the body that wasn't detected before.
You can give me a no roll.
Yay. Free reroll? Okay.
And you should know your character better than me, Red.
Well, no, sorry, I thought you were just telling me. I apologize.
If you get a better success, you get more shit.
You cannot. There's no free reroll unless this counts as general history, Grunt.
I have Mastermind, which gives me a roll of any kind, basically. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to use adrenaline for it. Okay.
It's
gonna
an
hit
extreme
reroll.
on this.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll spend, well, more or less the rest of the day until night falls to just running tests and trying to see if you detect any abnormalities. Unlike these doctors, you know exactly that the rifts don't follow normal laws of physics, and that applies to medical knowledge. So looking for things that they might have sort of dismissed as errors or inconsistencies, you know, that are actually quite relevant, and just because they don't make sense doesn't mean they're not true. As second. You realize something. Right now, after a few hours of testing, the dead body itself, while the individual is dead clinically, everything, their organs, their flesh, seems to be regenerating almost. Like the parts that were sort of broken and open up are slowly growing. It's a very faint process, but it is happening.
Mm.
Like this body is slowly putting itself back together, creepily as that may be. And you're not sure what would happen if it managed to do so, because again, they're dead. The brain is not working. But everything else, I haven't. I have seen, I think, one episode, Hate.
Okay, because the whole fact that like the petrification can also heal people was a very big plot point later on in the season.
So yeah, yeah. So you do see that the body is being actively rebuilt.
I gotcha. Is is there anything that can damage it in any way, or is it just like even when you damage it, like fire or anything like that, it's still just it's fine with time essentially?
Well, it's a funny thing you should mention. It does seem that fire has a very interesting effect on it. It damages. It takes much longer to heal, rather rebuild itself from I want to say thermic damage. It does seem that the colder the environment is for the sediment, the quicker it like rebuilds. So if you like hack off a piece of flesh, damage it, and then like put it outside, it will heal itself much quicker than what it is right now inside. So you could potentially just take the body outside and see how it reacts if you wanted to.
Yeah, she's crazy enough to try it, Grunt. She's gonna try to see for fun and science, I'm sure, to see what happens.
As you bring the body out, and it'll be evening now in the fucking frozen fucking hellscape that is this place. It's gonna take like probably 15 minutes for the entire like wound in its abdomen to completely close.
Fascinating.
They don't come back alive, but yeah. Now you could human test this. Some of the other patients.
I could definitely do that.
Listen, the KGB is not gonna listen. If it costs us a few guys to keep this contained, well, listen, that's a sacrifice worth making.
She's for science. She wants to make sure she can find a cure just in case. She's gonna find, I presume, one of the ones mentioned. I'm gonna wait till I'm assuming Misha and Isabella would interview them, but she would
Yes.
take someone who mentioned something about the cold. One of the ones the doctor mentioned was like talking
Yeah.
about the cold.
You can grab. There's at least 3 people who are sort of have these delusions. You can grab like the one who is like the most vocal about it, because he's like
Yeah.
bedridden. He's not in any state to even talk to, anyways.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have the soldiers like drag him outside, and as they put him down in the snow, and the shivering intensifies. He like starts like you can see like he's having a seizure moment.
Mm.
And now you could keep the experiment going.
Yeah, she wants to see if she noticed any of the the stone is growing at all. Basically, if she has a moment
Well,
to
you
even see
know
that.
for a fact that the stone will grow first on the inside or the outside.
Ooh. Oh, then she would definitely be able to check now. Then, if that's the case, right?
Well, he has to die first, so
Ah, damn.
it calcifies your heart and lungs and other organs first. Listen,
No, 'cause
Faith,
I wanna-
it's for science.
Yeah. Yeah, because I want to see like what his body looks like before and after. Because I presume I did that as well. Yeah, I'm gonna continue the experiment. Basically. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, sir.
As you watch the man have the seizure and violently struggle for about a minute before his body sort of goes numb. As in the span of 15 minutes, there's already a thin layer forming on the outside of his skin as he becomes whiter and whiter. And
Yeah.
you can literally just hack him open right now to see how his insides look.
Would it be possible to take him to a room to do a proper experiment with it? Because I don't want to waste any precious data by exposing it to the air. I don't want to lose that.
Yeah. You can have the soldiers will be very disturbed by this, but they'll carry the body back inside. And you listen. You can have a room that's completely like open, so you let the fucking cold in. See how it keeps like interacting with the body.
Yeah, essentially, she wants to be able to keep it at least not necessarily him, but at least a way to make it easier to work around without too many people keeping an eye on her as she's doing. Not too many people, but too many eyes on it. Basically, she's doing the experiment. We'll say. Hey, that's awful.
This is where they send the fucking dissidents anyways. Like, they don't fucking give a shit.
We
We're
are
not
under
equal
we
to
are
Russia.
under we are under Brezhnev, in fact. So yeah, we are back to the old good old days.
These are
Yeah.
I-
attack the undesirables.
Khrushchev is gone. We have no real people in charge back in the
Listen, our boss literally just casually said, "Hey, just wait for everyone to die in a town of 100,000 people." You know,
Listen,
not even the Russians consider these guys people.
Listen, he was like, listen, we're willing to sacrifice a portion, not literally everyone. That's gonna be bad for production.
The numbers will go down.
But
We
yeah,
need that- we need that-
and in the room as you like sort of open him up as you dissect the abdomen, you will see that the inside is in fact like there. It's not like uniform, but there are clearly like organs have been covered with the same thin layer of sediment, and that it's actively growing.
Hmm.
Like even like the blood itself has like completely frozen at this point.
Gotcha.
Like the sediment isn't just affecting the flesh, it seems like it's also solidifying the blood, which means that these people also can die of blood clots and other complications arising from that, from poor circulation. So depending on which part gets exposed to the cold first, they die from different horrific circumstances.
And he basically it lasted like a few minutes at most before this happened because of the
He died
extreme
in
cold weather out
yeah,
there.
he died in a minute.
Okay. Would it be possible to raise the temperature in this environment, or is it too like
Yeah.
there's no they don't have the
Yeah, you
equipment for
can-
that?
You can close the window and like heat up the room back.
Mm.
Well, it definitely slows the growth.
Mm.
There's clearly a correlation between how cold it is and how fast this sediment grows in and onto people.
Now the real question: if I give a couple people heaters, will they still be sick, or is it only in this level stage of the virus? We'll say.
Well, I mean, they are keeping most of the like people inside warm, otherwise they'll die of like regular stuff. So they are doing their best to keep people as comfortable as possible.
Gotcha. I think, of course, she would share this information with the doctor, at least make sure they are in the know of what she found and
The man
What her
looks
finding-
fucking baffled. This is not science. What the fuck? Like he's listening to you, but the fucking incredulous disbelief on his face. As meanwhile, Misha and Isabella, you questioned a lot of the people, and it does seem who out of you has a good detect roll?
I got 4 dice. What do I use?
I think it's Isabella. I have a 6.
And you roll,
Yeah, all yours.
roll detect with a +1 because Misha is helping you.
Oh my god, it's the most I'll free roll. Maybe I'll get another crit.
You know what? That's a crit. Mac, that's a crit. That's a crit,
I
man.
know, listen, I can still maybe get another crit, an extra higher success.
he hungers for more.
I assume detective applies, so free reroll
Yeah.
applies. I assume. Still, it's a dot, and I hope for an extreme success for that. No double crit.
There is
Oh, dear. Dog.
another thing that seemingly people who like you are able to put 2 and 2 together. People who are sort of have gotten more sick than other people who seemingly are handling the disease much better. That unifying factor is alcohol. The people who who are more prone to higher amounts of alcohol are doing much better than the people who would drink less.
Ah, vodka. The best medicine.
Good Russian vodka. Cure all. You know, it's a good thing Misha. I have already confirmed that Misha is a bit of a drinker.
So yeah, the people who, in fact, the individual who died was known to never like touch alcohol.
What a bitch. That's a dieter.
Died like he lived.
Screaming in pain because he didn't have alcohol.
So yeah, that's the one thing you can like put together. Other than that, most of the people are like worried, but they're not. They don't find anything like weird that they report. There's other than the 3 people that you already knew about that had like delusions. You'll investigate. There's a couple of other individuals who mentioned that they have been, since they gotten sick, they have been like feeling much like it takes more for them to stay warm. But that's just like them being like, I just have a fever. Like that's normal.
Yeah,
You know, alcohol does help you feel warm, so either that or it's just you're disinfecting your insides or something like that. Misha's no doctor.
Well, I don't think Isabel cannot connect the alcohol and the rock symptom exactly. I'm not sure how alcohol helps you against the rockification, but she will report it to. She will get over to Faith as she's conducting her, as she's brain blasting the poor local doctor.
Yeah,
Listen.
it's about like 10 p.m. when the other 2 turn back, as you done explain everything to Mr. Tarsov, and he's like, "Hey, this is, well, if I didn't see it for myself, I would call it hogwash."
Stranger things have happened at the very least. It could be a virus inside their body. It could be something in their blood. We don't really know a lot other than these 2 correlations. So hopefully we'll have some understanding with more tests before things.
I will then ensure that everyone is exposed to increased amounts of heat.
Isabella immediately comes in. Ah, doctor, there's also a different kind of medicine. Smirnoff.
Fine.
Excuse me.
You
Can
see,
you elaborate?
we while checking around, we didn't. None of them knows anything particularly unusual besides the usual drunken ramblings. But we did check. But everyone who has less, we didn't notice a trend that the people who are more severe alcoholics did have less harsh symptoms. And in fact, the guy who died, that guy was a teetotaler. I'm no doctor, but this is the only correlation we have noticed. In fact, in the victims. Any other than that, there's nothing else. So, I guess Smirnoff helps out.
Very well. Is it?
Guess I will start requisitioning the military for more vodka.
Is it possible that you can take a look and see, do some tests? We have a couple samples, see if it does anything at the current stage.
I will attempt to do so. He's like walking out of the room, shaking his head in disbelief.
Faith had a smile on her face, a small smile. Well, not the strangest thing I've heard, but I guess it all comes together.
Well, if I had to science, if the science have an explanation of my knowledge, maybe I fucking know something with the liver. I don't know if you kill, maybe the liver pumps the rocks or something. I don't know. If you kill your liver, it doesn't pump as well. I don't know.
Possibly. You bring a good point, Isabella. Could be something in the liver. Could be something in the alcohol.
Well, sadly, I'll trust you, doctor. That was mostly half joke. I'm not sure if that's how diseases work. I'm not sure how rock disease works.
When it comes to things like this, anything is possible. And honestly, even without their strange cases, the human body is honestly a fascinating and odd thing in itself. A lot of complications that can happen when things go a little bit wrong. I run a couple tests, and well, I presume you said you spoke with everyone. Nothing else odd outside of the Shmirna, have you said?
Yes, the heavier the drinker, the less severe the symptoms usually.
Nothing about the mine itself or anything that anyone's mentioned?
Ah,
Only
no,
that
no.
a lot of people were having delirious rants about the cold.
That explains it. One of the things I was talking with the doctor, well, it seems the cold causes the final stage of, I guess, the virus itself. The colder they are, the more quickly it moves. Heat seems to be its opposite, but the how or the why still is unknown. Yeah, I'll do some tests, but there's a good chance we may have to check out that mine after all.
Maybe at least someone at the military bases a few gas masks at the very least.
Yeah, for
Hopefully
the
they'll have
mine
some-
itself, they will probably be able to provide you some
Yeah.
protection gear, like better.
Better than the face mask.
Yes.
Misha pulls out a flask, just takes a big swig.
Now, Faith, you are a medical professional, so I won't like make you roll for this. You know that. No, alcohol doesn't like warm you. It sort of gives you that sensation, but like drinking alcohol, other than that like initial warm feeling as your blood vessels sort of dilate, it actually like makes you colder faster.
I have also a question, Grunt.
Yes.
Did the heavy drinkers just feel less bad, or did they also look visibly from the outside, like less severe symptoms? Like, were they just like saying, "Oh, I'm fine"? Meanwhile, you could see like the fucking red nose and whatnot.
Well, they're clearly still sick. It just seems like they're handling. Well, like a lot of these people, Isabella, they haven't stopped drinking just because they're sick.
Ah, well, yeah.
Listen,
So,
a bit of schnapps here and there, like it's like some classical medicine when you're sick. You just take a shot every now
okay.
and then.
But basically, I wasn't sure if they had like any visible symptoms on the outside, even the drunk ones that were comparable to the.
They're
the
clearly
drunk.
they're just handling the situation better.
Ah, gotcha.
They're not like
I will-
they're not like immune. They're just clearly
Yeah, yeah.
less affected.
Yeah, if anything else, I would tell the doctor to hold off on requisitioning that alcohol until we have a bit more information about the alcohol situation. If she can run a couple tests,
Yeah.
because it'd be awful if that just made it easier for the virus to move much quickly, you know? It's about the scientists. It's what Russia would want.
So yeah, you are although quite tired, all three of you. It's been a long day, so presumably you'll head off to sleep.
Yeah. Wake me if anything horrible happens, or of course, you need me immediately. I don't give a shit what happens, just wake me.
The next day, your mission would resume. You walk back into the medical center. The Dr. Tarsov is clearly hasn't slept throughout the night as he looks at you. Hey, okay. I've run a couple more samples. It's just follow me.
She does.
All of us or just her?
All of you, because you're all part of the
Okay.
investigation team. So I did some more experiments with the alcohol. As he's gonna like bring you into the lab and kind of give you some files. I couldn't find any. It doesn't seem to. If I give it to. Well, if I just pour it on the thing as he gestures towards the dead body, doesn't seem to have any effect, I've taken the liberty of administering it to one of the more ill patients. And while it didn't really improve the situation, it didn't make it worse either.
Mm.
So I'm not exactly sure.
Maybe there's a certain level of temperature the body has to maintain to keep it at a neutral level, possibly, but not enough.
I'll also say that Misha and Isabella, there's about 100 more people to interrogate today.
Time to go.
You can give me another detect roll if you want.
Come on, baby. Give me that extreme success. Please don't give me the free basic again.
That was a horrible.
That's the most dog ass roll you can get in this fucking system. Just multiple basics. Listen, I can free
Hey,
reroll.
there you
Listen,
go.
I can at least get either a double crit or maybe even an extreme if I'm lucky. Motherfucker.
Listen. You'll proceed to like question other people. Now you're sort of moving from the people that. So the previous day you interrogated people who were affected more severely and were like clearly like in bed, not really functioning. Now you're dealing with the people who are slightly sick but are clearly handling this much better. Whether that's because they've been infected for less, you're not really sure, but they're clearly like they can speak, they can like walk about. They just feel slightly sick. And you'll see a rather interesting common pattern between these people. They're not the most wealthy individuals, even for this place. Like the clothes that they wear tend to be more ragged. They tend to be thinner, clearly like less well fed. They're not people who are sort of living the life. They're people surviving, more or less.
Malnourishment does not foster immunity.
Yes,
what a great insight at that.
But these people are handling the disease much better than the people who were clearly much more nourished, though. That's the weird part.
Oh, that's
yes.
weird.
So the people you are talking now are the people who are handling it better than the people yesterday.
Stalin is so goddamn right, man. We don't.
You always knew.
He was just ahead of the curve. Stalin was a hero. I just couldn't see it.
Yes, you'll actually go back.
Question these, like it's not just a suspicion. Like if you question them, press this on the issue. Yeah, these are people who live in shittier. Like they'll tell you about their accommodations. They're much shittier. These do seem to be the poor people of like part of the poor population of the city.
But they're all minors, right?
Yes, they're all minors,
okay.
Or like from like a minor family, like a wife, a kid, that sort of thing.
Is there anything specific about their lifestyle? Maybe something they eat that the rich people don't, or maybe something they don't eat that the rich people do.
I was gonna say it's mostly people. It's mostly things that they don't get to eat because they don't have the money. And
the malnutrition, guys.
Yeah, they have much poorer nutrition, and the little money they have, they will spend on alcohol rather than buying good food. So these are people who are also prone to drinking, and have like poor lifestyles.
They should have shittier immune systems.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's she'll go back. Isabella will go back to have another hypotheses to the scientist.
Meanwhile, while there too, are you investigating anything in particular, Faye?
Uh, like I said, the alcohol was already taken over by the doctor mainly, but outside of taking a look over any
Now,
notes or anything.
listen, Faith, listen. This problem is Mr. Tarsov is not a man of science like you. He is a healer.
Yes,
You
that's true.
are a
Sure.
researcher. Your goals are different.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
you could,
I would do that.
listen. Last time you brought you killed a man by bringing him outside. What if you, like, give him a lot of alcohol and then dump him outside?
That's true. Whenever I give her a heater too. Yeah, she will go to the next one down the line like the mistress of death, just seeing what happens.
As yeah, you just have the soldiers force feed the man alcohol, and then as you bring him outside, and last time it took a minute for the guy to die, but this one seems to be handling it really much better. Like, he's clearly shivering and dealing with hypothermia. Like, as you just watch him, watch the cold start to get to him. He's not, though, dying until about... Well, how long are you gonna wait on him?
Presumably she wants to see if he gets the reaction of because the other guy, how long did it take him? Like
A minute.
few 30 minutes,
A
minute. If I should wait like 30 minutes to or an hour, or at least if he starts
Yes.
showing that he gets the seizure, she wants to bring him back in to see if she can stop it mid process. Like if he brings him to the heat, will that make it so he doesn't have the continuation, basically?
Well, he'll, after about like 10 minutes, you can start seeing the seizure symptoms. As you like quickly bring him inside, and as you like dump him next to a powerful heater, it doesn't seem to stop the process, as he will be dead within a few minutes.
Mm.
So it appears to you that once the calcification process begins, heat doesn't really stop it. But weirdly enough, this guy lasted 10 minutes just on the fact that force fed him a lot of alcohol.
Mm.
Luckily, Mac, he was mostly delirious, so
He was just being held down by the soldiers. Please
Yes.
get me inside. I want to live.
the man is... Listen, these soldiers, listen, Mac, these are fucking political dissidents. No,
These are Brezhnev fucking political officers here.
these are not
These are
like...
Brezhnev.
These are not proper Russians. These are like fucking...
Ukrainian, dirty Banderites. These are Brezhnev's strongest conscripts.
Listen, we're doing Mother Russia a favor here.
So yeah,
Some
no,
fucking AZ8 addict.
the soldiers in this town are not gonna flinch at fucking atrocities. They are like probably quite used to people being mistreated.
Gotcha.
Meanwhile, Isabella's coming for new fury.
Isabella.
therapy.
Yeah,
Isabella will come in for new therapy.
you can regroup sort of in the evening about like 7 p.m.
Guys, I think I started new therapy. Malnourishment.
What? I
We
need you to
what,
elaborate.
I mean, it's pretty clear. Anyway, we went through the list of new infected, and it seems paradoxically the ones who are more well nourished and overall healthy are handling much worse than the ones who are in fact outright in some cases malnourished. And generally speaking, the people from the poorer parts of the district are handling it much better. She'll go for like the fucking list of names with like for different stars assigned to how poor they are. So, in fact, no food, I think, is the best therapy.
That is an interesting hypothesis, and honestly, we could take a look at some of the. I assume we have backgrounds of at least the
Yeah.
people here at the.
Yeah.
Isabella also made a list on like notes, basically on like each person.
No, well, Faith will take a look at that, see if there's any any ties to that regard to the, I guess, the economic wealth of the people we have here.
Yeah, like I said, the people with poor backgrounds poor accommodations, like lower wages, people who are clearly struggling, they seemingly are handling the disease much better. Which again is the opposite of all. Like that's this. You should tell this to Tarsos. Like what? Makes no sense.
Tartib is not here to hear Isabella say
Yeah,
no
no.
food therapy.
Listen, I don't know how you'd explain that one without him being like, okay, you're just fucking with me right now. I know you're fucking with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it seems, gonna be honest, it seems this thing's acting as completely the opposite of everything you would know in modern medicine in regards to the common cold.
Well, I was not good at
Ye-
biology, but then I talks about again rock disease.
Well, at the very least,
maybe it's the fact that this disease just makes your body do the opposite of what it normally would. Or people with weaker immune systems get better immune systems. Alcohol that usually... But I know that alcohol actually cools you down.
I would have told you. Faith would have let you know.
Okay.
That helped you.
Alcohol that cools you down actually warms you up. I don't know, man. It's probably nothing.
Well, if they would be doing the opposite, aren't humans carbon-based life when turning non-carbon?
The human body can make, I think gallbladders existed in the 1970s. The human body can make stones, which enough when there's a bit of imbalance in them, so it's not impossible. The human body can also spit out teeth or grow extra teeth. We're a bit of a wonky factory. The confusion lies in the fact that the correlation seems to be alcohol, poor economic background, and heat is your best friend, which, surprisingly enough, isn't uncommon. But I've done a bit of more experimentation, and sadly, once they've reached the last stages, which induces seizures, presumably is the body reacting to the calcification of everything else going inside, then there's nothing that can be undone. Alcohol just means it stays off cold to make it happen, or a longer stay in the cold to make it happen, really.
Sadly, we can't malnourish someone to test the malnourishment hypotheses.
Sure you can.
We could. It would take a lot of time.
You
could,
need to
in
hurt
fact.
them.
But, you know, it's even easier, Grunt. We just give them all diarrhea.
Yeah.
We could.
You can
it would take.
dehydrate someone. Yeah, no, that you say that as a joke, but yeah,
No, I'm serious. You can do that.
yeah.
This is the war crimes factor.
We could, in fact, do that, but it will take too much time, and the results will more likely be the same. It won't really give me an answer. It'll just confirm what we already know. All the only thing that I have to help with the situation is alcohol and the heat, and I guess to keep them fed. Which. if we're
Oh,
not careful,
listen,
can run-
listen. You say that. Listen, you say that. Let me look at Faith's fucking character traits right now. You coward.
Yeah. I'm not saying
no,
that she won't.
inquisitive.
It
I don't
really
know.
comes-
Listen, Faith.
It comes.
Listen,
it comes down to like her main concern is like, will this just lead to like I want answers. This isn't really giving me any answers.
Well,
It's
listen.
saying, oh,
You should investigate. So if you took a guy, you like made him like you force fed him of like a shit ton of alcohol. He lasted 10 times as long before the thing triggered. What would happen if you take a malnourished like person that's like dehydrated and like completely like starving, force fed them alcohol and then put them in the cold? How long will they last?
would it be possible to, if they're malnourished, give him a bottle of alcohol to drink as things go along to see how his body reacts as well?
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
instead of force feeding him alcohol, just to see like, hey, will he like, as he goes along, will he be able to last long as he takes sips along the way, basically?
Well, the problem
like how much
is
alcohol
like
does he take?
it's clear to you that like it's the cold that seemingly is the trigger. Like once they're
Yeah.
exposed to lower enough temperatures, they just like go and have the seizure and then just die.
Yeah. Because once the seizure starts, it's fine. But would someone in the cold be able to last more than 20 minutes or so if they just have alcohol with them throughout the entire process of that cold being exposed to the cold?
Well, that's what you already tested. You already did that. You took a guy, you pumped alcohol in him, and then you took him outside and saw how long he lasted.
To be
Okay.
fair, like
What I'm
you're
saying
not
now,
gonna become sober in 10 minutes, Red.
yes, so, what I'm saying now is you starve someone, you dehydrate them, so you like put them in a even more precarious position, then get them stupidly drunk, and then put them outside, see how long they last. Like
If
test
you're willing to try.
Isabella's theory.
Yeah, but it's, so she's willing to try. But for her, this is gonna be like if this confirms it, it still doesn't answer her question about getting a cure. But she's willing to try it.
Well, wait. So I'm gonna slap your hand
Mhm.
away, Red, and say, inquisitive, fucking science. What? Listen,
Yeah,
finding a
I know
cure
the-
is cool and all, but like, listen, this gives you more insight on the disease.
Okay, she'll do it though.
See, this is when I need to course correct Red and to stop being a nice person.
It's
Red
not
is too
necessarily a
nice
nice
for this.
person. It's like it's one of the situations like I want to progress this, and it doesn't seem like this will progress. Just is my question, but I will definitely go and do the starvation route and see if this gives me anything else.
Well, because the problem is right now it's just like Isabella guessing. You don't like actually
Yeah.
know. It might be like completely incorrect.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll take the next worst patient as over the course of like a few days, you will make sure he is starved, hydrated. Basically, you ensure he has the like most horrible conditions. As you again force feed them alcohol and take them outside. As wait and see, and at this point, there's no more people to interrogate. So Misha, Isabella, you can assist to the war crimes if you want.
I think what Misha's going to do is he's going to investigate the actual poorer areas of the city as well as the richer areas and see if he can find something that one group is doing that might have an effect on their immunity to this disease.
Yeah, okay, you can give me a detect roll. Meanwhile, Isabella, are you doing anything or are you assisting to the war crime committee?
Listen, we have conscripts to handle that. Honestly, I'm not sure what she might investigate. Actual, like because there's like basic food. Maybe there's time to Misha's theory about like the food. Maybe you go for like for the administration and check like about like the grocery stores in the poor areas if they have like anything different or something or like specific lack of.
Yeah, so you can both give me a detect roll. As they bring this basically dying man outside to leave him in the snow. And, well, 10 minutes pass. 15 minutes pass. Thank you, Fate, for the sound effect.
Sorry.
It's now a soundboard.
Voice acting. Voice acting.
Oh,
thank you.
As he will die, but he'll just die of hypothermia. Doesn't die from the calcification. In fact, as you bring his dead body inside to sort of autopsy it and see what happens, there's almost no sign of the sediment accumulating on the inside or the outside.
I feel this thing has a moral compass of like, don't be too greedy and don't be too much of a bastard right now. The food was the meta.
So see, science opens up new avenues.
Yeah, I gotta test out that food supply. Presumably.
As Misha, you go along. Oh fuck, give me a second.
Mm.
The dogs. Father, why are you talking to the box, not me?
They're they're fucking being yeeted at the door as we speak.
Oh no.
I think Isabella and Faye make a great team. We should work together more.
For science.
I think Isabella's a great assistant doctor here.
Every time you bring me a new theory, another person dies. I just feel bad for that doctor. It was like, yeah, so just keep them at a near level of starvation, keep them warm. You should be good, fella.
The expectations of the KGB are being confirmed right now. Isabella and Faith are both psychopaths.
Listen, this is to save other people. How do you think we get most of our diseases? Not diseases, but cures. Cures, of course.
Well, usually there's some things like ethics. The Hippocratic Oath.
Listen, we've solved so. This is the 1970s. You don't know what that is.
Actually, the Hippocratic Oath is actually around in the 70s.
No. Ethics. You don't know what that is.
Some people believe in them. Others don't.
Does the KGB agent believe in that?
Listen, Misha
But that clearly
definitely
doesn't.
didn't leave to go investigate the town because he couldn't stomach being a part of these experiments. Definitely not the reason.
Listen, I have a notebook. If I die, send it off to a guy named Alaric. I'm sure he'll know what to do.
Nah, I'm giving that to my KGB superiors. Fuck you.
I mean, Mr.
That's
Petrov will give it
also
to
true.
Alaric.
Mhm.
But it's like doing it via a middle. It's like doing it via a middleman.
Don't worry, he's a cool dude. Just send it to this this address. Don't ask any questions. I'm sure it's gonna be fine.
What's up, boy?
For you guys, I will turn on the camera.
Ooh,
Ooh, cat. Show me the cat. Ooh, cat.
The little man.
No. Yes.
You gotta hold his head like a hamburger. Your hamburger.
Burger.
Burger.
Continue, father.
Burger.
has he been fine with the heat? I know my cat usually because of all the fur and stuff she has to get more water.
Oh, my house is pretty air conditioned, so he's been fine.
Good.
In fact, he actually likes sitting in the sun.
Ah, darn them.
There's actually a window that right there that is a cat bed that he sleeps in.
Oh. Nice. Okay, I gotcha.
Been thinking about getting him a bigger one.
He's a very big boy.
He is quite large for a cat.
Oh, what is he?
Oh,
50 pounds.
5?
Oh, okay. He's a young adult cat, almost adult
is.
cat. Then
He's
yeah.
a growing boy.
Yeah.
I can actually look what year. I'll go to my photos. To the favorites. Here we go. Yeah, he's actually. Yeah, he is 5.
Ah.
In fact, the 15th will be the 5th year anniversary of when he came home.
Aw. Are you giving me any cake or anything like that? Cat treats or something special?
Maybe I should. Yawn. I've gotten him this new food that he fucking loves.
Nice.
So, this.
I think I'll use that for our cat. Oh, my roommate's cat now since I've moved.
He
But
wants
yeah.
it. He wants it. He's looking at it.
Is he good with wet foods too?
Oh yeah, he gets dry and wet.
Okay, that's good.
No, Optimus, just put it in your bowl.
He spotted his target. Now he wants it.
So where was I?
You're gonna turn to me in my investigation.
You were like trying to search, see people like differently.
Eat
Yeah.
differently, go somewhere differently. You know, lifestyle differences between the poor and the more well off.
There are there are clearly differences, but you can't seem to find like a common thread.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't seem to you like there is any correlation between like a certain type of food or drink they eat or place they like wander. It's
All right. This
uh,
definitely wasn't just an excuse to not be a part of the human torturing.
listen.
Listen, he's been with the agency for 17 years. He knows this shit happens, and he's not gonna like stop her. But at the same time, he doesn't want to be a part of it.
It's fine.
They're already dying anyway, Misha. Oh my fucking god, I do a soldier.
That's why he's not doing anything. He's not gonna like try to argue with the dirty American about fucking ethics.
Yeah, Isabella, what were you investigating?
Basically checking the administrative work, basically for anything unusual that maybe comes out in the papers that arrive. Maybe something that separates from the poor and the rich, the grocery stores and whatnot.
I think he was like checking the food to see if there's anything strange
Yeah,
about the food.
basically delivery manifest and whatnot.
No. Everything seems to be in order. No weird correlations, no patterns. It's just that these people eat less. Or they, in some cases, barely eat at all.
Well, time to help Miss Briggs with her walk around, I
Yeah,
suppose.
this does like just reinforce the fact that the more malnourished, the more sort of in fact, actually, no, what before we'll notice another weird pattern. There's a couple of people who are handling the disease quite well. Now, unfortunately, the sample size is not that big because there's not that many people with this condition. But you find 2 people with diabetes who, while sick, one of them is like both of them actually. They're not part of the like poor
Minors?
of the town. No, they're all minors. Everyone here is a
okay.
fucking minor. They're not part of the poor population. They're like sort of in between. They're handling it quite well, and you're able to spot them because of you are checking the papers, so you will see certain like insulin treatments that they're getting. Weirdly enough, you could bring these people in for Faith to examine.
Conscript, Lance Corporal Ivan.
There's
Then would there be-
actually, I'll say this with it's an extreme. Find a third person who has thyroid issues, who's also handling the disease symptoms quite well.
You know, Isabella would joke about maybe if the organs are already dead, they're very shitty or spreading the disease, but she's more and more believing that theory. She will issue an order to because I think she, at this point I can do it. Only the major will fucking out Remy. I don't think the major gives a fuck to fucking milk base.
Yeah, nobody's gonna like you can just bring these people in. The fuck
And
are
she
they
will,
gonna do?
Yeah, and she will basically recommend him for a medical examination. And she will, as well, probably I'm not sure if this is before our other test subject is ready. She will talk to Faith and bring it up,
Nah, this is after the fucking.
or after. Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah. For
takes-
hypothesis.
This takes a
Faith!
while for you to like check the documents.
Ah, gotcha.
There's
Gotcha.
a lot of documents and there's a lot of
Yeah.
these people are not organized.
Yeah, probably getting a lot of this. Yeah, but Isabella will come up with new hypotheses.
Yeah, after a couple of days, you can regroup the three of you and discuss certain findings.
All right, Miss Briggs.
Yes.
I think I've described my penance for medicine. It seems. I preferred hypotheses.
Let's hear it.
Terminal illnesses. Okay, well, I'm not sure about the terminal illnesses, but illnesses in general, health disorders, specifically diabetes and organ failure.
Well, she said he had a thyroid issue, not an
Yeah.
organ failure.
Yeah.
This is about joking mostly.
Yeah.
3 gentlemen who do not fit the usual high immunity criteria that are handling it well. 2 of them are diabetics and 1 has thyroid issues.
Is there
They're-
any through
they're
line
from the-
between how those 2 things can affect the body that might be tied to with how food is processed?
Well, diabetes and thyroid conditions, I believe, have a common link. Certain things that the body doesn't reproduce, if I remember correctly. It's a possibility that they are something in the blood sugar, something in the immune disease, could even be, well, even what they take could also be a symptom.
Well, Miss Briggs, I brought them in. You can investigate them if you want. Don't want to keep waiting for too long.
Well, if starving someone seemed to help, and those 3 people can't produce certain things, maybe it's those things that cause the body to calcify.
It wouldn't hurt to take a look. Give me some time. I'll hopefully find something that can narrow down exactly what makes it so they survive so well. I'm going to ask, I'm not sure if it matters. Does it, I don't even know if they have this. Is it type 1 or type 2 diabetes? Or does it just diabetes in general? Like, is that they both have different ones or it's just regular old diabetes?
Both of them have type 1.
Type 1, okay.
Like they're like young. They're like in their fucking mid-20s.
Yeah. And they don't show any symptoms or anything at all. They just
No, they
have,
have symptoms, but they're like
Oh.
handling it quite well. Even though some of, because that's why I said like, based on your differences between the poor, I will call them rich, but like the people who have living standards, they should be technically worse off. It seems like they are amongst the well off. They are handling the disease the best.
Gotcha. Unlike the other ones, she would ask them a couple questions, mainly about what she knows about anything about the cold, any other symptoms or feelings they have, but she just wants to make sure she does the proper due diligence and making sure that.
Sorry, can you repeat
Like they-
that? Like, what are you asking?
She wants to know, like, do they haven't had any feelings about the cold or delirium, of course. Like I said, she just
No.
wants to make sure, like, hey, yeah.
All of
Gotcha.
them, again, that's why I'm saying, like, they have very sort of minor symptoms.
Sure.
Like, they're quarantined because they interacted with the miners. But, yeah, they're fine.
And she has 3. Okay. Well, good. She's gonna try to do her experiment with start with the first one, mainly seeing if one of them left out the cold without any alcohol, anything else like that will cause either the same reaction, will they last longer, or will they also just simply be able to die essentially.
So yeah, well, you bring one of them and you leave them out in the cold. In about 30 minutes, they sort of collapse as the process starts. And well, as you know, up until now, there's no real way to stop it. Once it like starts, it's done for. They're dead within like minutes.
Okay. I would say even with giving them the insulin, I assume won't do anything else.
Yeah.
But
Insulin doesn't seem
Yeah.
to be a factor for.
Gotcha.
You have two
Okay.
more though. There's more experiments you can do.
Give you some alcohol, some of the good stuff, of course.
Now, may I suggest you don't repeat because you only have so many subjects.
Mm.
Because if you put one out there and they died longer and you feed them alcohol, they'll might like live a bit longer, but they'll still probably die.
Let's try and fly him some new ones.
If you want to I would suggest you try and maximize, like pursue because clearly you are on the cusp of discovering what makes this thing tick. If you just unless you just want like raw comparison numbers, but then again you don't have that many subjects.
I gotcha. Because my question is like, how would I maximize the data outside of just
alcohol, like getting drunk prolongs the period until they start dying. You know that malnourishment, dehydration, these things also prolong the period. And now you know for a fact that just having diabetes prolongs it even further. So if you like stack all of these things, what would happen?
Yeah,
For
she'll try
science.
her hand at that. For
For
science. Yes. Yes, my Jiminy Cricket tells me for science.
Let me listen.
Isabella is your Jiminy Cricket.
They'll make a Nobel Prize, Peace Prize after me, I'm sure.
It's just getting redacted, sister. Don't worry. It's not like the Union will ever fall and these papers will be declassified.
That's true. Birth in the fire.
What if they're never declassified, Mac? Because this is the world with a lot more conspiracies and much more competent people at them.
That's true.
Yeltsin does not fat finger to release all buttons fucking on the document.
Yeah, second, I need to find a character picture.
It's a young girl.
No. They're like Grunts were there, their 20s or younger. I can
Yeah.
at least, yeah.
First one died. It's the 25 one. Bit
Listen,
older,
we'll give
but-
you I'll pay for a luxury meal before the experiment if you could eat. Oh god.
No,
yeah.
you need because that's the whole point. You
Yeah.
like
No,
this
no.
is gonna be a
Yeah.
very miserable experience. You'll spend several
Yeah.
days dehydrating, starving them, making sure they have like diarrhea, they vomit, they like you push their bodies to the absolute fucking brink.
Gotcha.
Then this is in fact a miserable experience.
Listen, your name's written down in my notebook at the very least.
No, hate it isn't.
What? Fucking hell! That's like the commonality between all three of them.
What about the guy with
Shit.
thyroid issues though?
Thyroid can affect your blood sugar.
Can it?
Yeah.
I can. That's why I was like, that's why Faith said blood sugar could be it too. as
That was
well.
also my game theory, Grandier.
No.
Damn, we're all wrong.
So alcohol can affect your blood sugar
Yeah,
levels.
that's true. I know about all.
Damn, I was high. I thought I'd finally figured it out. I'm pissed now.
Listen, I thought it was something going on, but I'm like, Grunt would have told me because I mentioned it before, so.
Interested? Don't fail me now.
What are you looking for, Grunt? I can give you anything you need. Come to my dealership. We haven't told him anything. If we find more data that makes things concrete, we'll let him know. I'm sure he's aware about the experiments, though.
Listen, Arsov is like, listen, whatever I've been told that these people have complete fucking like ownership. I like if it helps save more people, this is what it is. Think Tarsov doesn't understand how the fucking Soviet Union works.
The two KGB goons did in fact walk into town of the American. And this is the Brezhnev era. You don't want to fuck with the KGB in the Brezhnev era.
You know what? Sure, I'll be a hack. Ah. As yeah, no, you'll take this young woman
Mm.
and subject her to some horrific treatments before you have the soldiers walk into her room. The sort of semi-conscious state as they'll get her up, start force-feeding her alcohol, as they'll begin sort of dragging her outside. And you'll kind of drop her into the snow. And wait. As she begins to shiver. At this point, like her body cannot, like hypothermia will set in quite quickly. As she just dies in front of you as you see her body stop trembling.
Mm. Damn.
And yeah, as you'll sort of presumably gesture for the soldiers to take her body to the morgue.
Yep.
They pick her up. She sort of lets out a gasp as like she breathes in air.
Oh, she's there immediately. Checking her over, seeing if there's anything, like, if nothing else, bring her into the facility.
Yeah. As you bring her inside, her body is cold to the touch, like dead cold. As you bring her inside, the heat doesn't seem to do much to warm her up, but as you check, there is a pulse. She's breathing. Shouldn't be. She should be dead. She was dead in front of your eyes, but it's not anymore.
Heartbeat and everything, too?
Yeah.
Mm. Well, she's gonna have to monitor her, take some samples of her blood and everything like that. She's not trying to kill it. She just wants to see if there's anything different in comparison to all the others.
Yeah, as you do take samples of her blood, it seems like her entire body, blood included, is, well, the difference in temperature becomes obvious to you.
Mm.
Like, this is not how blood should behave. This is, in fact, again, defying laws of physics. But then again, you know how rifts operate at this point.
Mm.
As, yeah, she is sort of barely conscious as you run your experiments and analysis on her.
Yeah, I know. I will put her in a bed and everything like that just to make sure, because I want to. Like I said, the heat doesn't do anything for still her comfort level.
Yeah. She is seemingly sleeping peacefully right now.
Mm.
As you watch sort of the blood sample you took literally is like frosting the container on the inside.
Ooh, gotcha. That's true. That's true. Grant had promised us a hack picture.
I'm still looking. I don't want to be a hack yet.
Is there, Grant, is there anything I can help you with your picture
You
search?
know what?
Anything I
You
can?
know what? They would send their fucking Polish dissidents here.
I thought Grom was gonna post a picture of the Winter Monarch, honestly. Fucking Snow Knight.
Mm.
No, not yet there.
I see. I see.
Hello, Val.
Hey Val, yet again!
Your fate sucks and both.
Yet again!
Really, you rolled that one on your fate.
But yeah.
Val being used as experiments yet again.
As,
Rest in peace.
as Isha and Isabella, well, Faith has missed dinner. As Dr. Tarsov is gonna have lunch, have dinner with you, I guess. Say, your foreign friend is been quite dedicated. Has not left the lab for 3 hours now.
I guess she found something.
I
That's
saw
no break
them
for
take a third body out.
There's a very small grimace on Misha's face, but it's gone in like half a second.
Listen, maybe we're getting, maybe we'll eventually get close to finding some kind of a cure to this disease other than malnourishment.
He like nods, sort of sighs, clearly like he is not enjoying this either, but he's hoping to save more people.
Yeah, as I've always said, like, listen, the good of the many comes before the good of the few.
As you know what, one last roll for the session, Faith, you can give me. This will be you know what? This will be a heal roll because you are working with a live body this time.
That's true. That is true.
You can gain 1 adrenaline if you want to use.
I do. I will use it.
You can gain a +1.
Ah, shit.
Oh, the curse is too basic. Listen, you
Reroll.
guys,
Yeah. Do I get a free reroll with this damn thing? Hold on.
you got normal. You only
Oh,
normal.
worry. Yeah. Thank you.
There we go.
Holy shit!
There we go.
Oh my
there
god,
we go.
there we go.
Holy shit!
Yeah, her body is just defying all fucking medical expectations at this point and seems to be on the path to recover. As that like entire healing aspect that the dead bodies have now seems to have passed to the living one. As you compile all your files, as you pretty sure you found the correlation. The faster there seems to be a sweet spot where if a person dies under certain conditions with this thing, it does trigger a secondary reaction, which apparently basically brought this woman back to life, more or less. And now you understand why everything sort of is tied. The diabetes, the alcohol, the malnourishment, the poor conditions. It's how well the body can handle sort of internal heat regulation. The poorer its heat regulation is, the more likely the outcome of this seems to, well, at least that's your current running theory, for it to happen. So if you try and like prevent it, like to prevent the disease, you just need to keep the body warm.
Gotcha.
But any sort of temperature drop in the minuses, it's gonna immediately fucking trigger it, and once it starts, there's no way to stop it. But if you damage the body enough, it seems to sort of loop back on itself.
I'll write this down. Okay. Yeah, because I don't think
So you
I don't think
need-
these
yeah,
people
so
would be
you-
allowed to move.
Yeah, so basically the faster someone dies of hypothermia, like actual hypothermia and not the weird disease, the better they are, the higher the odds are for them to, well, trigger the side effect, basically.
Okay.
Because the disease
Yeah.
seems to also like prevent, like it's a very weird thing. It seems like whatever this thing is, it deludes the body. It keeps it alive, and then when it eventually croaks, it restarts it.
Mm.
There's one other weird thing you've noticed about this woman. As you check the bloodstream, you're sure the diabetes is gone.
So she's back to basically a healthy body. Everything
Yes.
works fine, even
Yeah.
better than when she died, essentially. Ooh. And I want to ask, just in case, so it reacts like a normal body. Like there's not necessarily any extra healing that happens outside of the coldness of her body or anything like that. Just
Well, if you like cut her, it does regenerate faster.
okay, that's what I was figuring out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen,
Gotcha.
on that note,